Ryan Gotez. I am from Las Vegas and I've been in Cebu now 7 years. And some of the things I like about Cebu is obviously the weather, obviously the pretty girls, and I've been living here on the cheap, relatively cheap anyway.
How cheap is cheap?
Cheap? I rent a nice apartment with a pool on the roof for approximately $400 a month, maybe a little more than that. This same apartment back in Vegas or Chicago or San Francisco would be several $1,000s a month. But some of the other items that I've grown accustomed in my lifestyle, like a Starbucks coffee or something, sometimes can be quite expensive here, or relatively the same price as something in Santa Monica. So it's not so cheap sometimes.
What's kept you here for 7 years?
Well, I'm not really stuck here, but because of the financial crisis of 2007 and 2008, where I left 13 houses in a bankruptcy court, that's pretty much it.
So you've really adjusted to the lifestyle here. How about the people? Do you find the people friendly at all?
For the most part, the Philippine people, luckily, are the most docile people I've ever seen. Growing up in Brooklyn and Los Angeles, living through the riots of LA and of course Las Vegas, and also traveling around the world, I think the Philippine people are the most docile, at least. Not the brightest, but maybe the most friendly, yes.
Some people say the most beautiful women in the world are right here in Cebu. Would you agree with that?
No, I have to disagree. Although I do find them attractive, I have less yellow fever now than I did when I got here. I don't know why that is, but I'm more attracted probably to Caucasian, Eastern European look now, for some reason.
So how do you pass your day here, doing what you're doing right now?
I work online. I have a pretty good job. I probably work 12 to 15 hours a day. And then the rest of the day is just finding big food at the mall or meeting up with some friends for coffee and stuff.
Would you agree that this is a perfect place to retire?
For retirement, I know so many pensioners here that probably live a more accommodating lifestyle on a smaller pension than they would in some of the bigger cities in the United States. Yeah, for a retiree, it's probably the life here.
So for those type of people, you think they could live on $1,000 a month?
You could easily live on less than $1,000 a month. $1,000 would put you right at if you're living comfortably like me, $1,000 a month is slightly at middle class in Cebu. In Manila, it would change. In a smaller province, you would be living a little bit higher on the hog, they say.
Anything you'd like to add?
Well, after 7 years, the last 2 years have been pretty productive. I found good internet. I finally got to the fiber. So the communication department is caught up to like Western. And I finally figured out how to coordinate myself amongst the people in the city and things like that. Coming from bigger cities like Los Angeles, Las Vegas, and New York, this is a much smaller city, but it's grown. The capacity of the city's probably doubled, if not tripled, since I've been here. Of course, traffic and some of the other city accommodations having grown with it, but yeah, it's not so bad.
You consider leaving and going back to the U.S.?
Eventually, I'll leave here. I'll probably go to another country in South America, or possibly the United States. Yeah, if I could go back and live comfortably in the United States, I would probably choose that.